Hello, we are here drawing cat-like animals. We're using this book, How to Draw Animals by Jack Ham, because I think he's got several ways to simplify animals, and I like this one the best. Here's our animal drawing order: our body, head, neck, and ears I like to add, and then hips and shoulders, legs, feet, hooves, and then you add the details. So we're going to be doing our cat-like animals, showing you how to start with that. So most animals, always, oval body. We've got these heart shapes on their front muscles for their shoulders and for their hips. Their back legs are often have a back ankle. Their ankles way back here, the bending part, and two in the front. Oval head, and then ovals for paws and ears and neck. Okay, and you can combine these together. And there you go, you have your animal. And of course, then you add your specific lines depending on the animal. And then when you're end up drawing, you just don't go over the lines that you don't want to keep. You don't draw on those hearts, right? You just ignore them and you go over the lines you want to keep and erase the others. I always ask you guys to draw lightly so that you can erase as you go. I am going to be drawing a little bit darker today so that you can see it. So here we are. So this would be bobcat, mountain lion, any of those cats. Still start with a big oval. So I'm drawing a little bit darker. Get a little wonky there. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is measure our head. With this, we're going to use this bobcat for an example. Now it's got a very round head, a little bit different than other cats, but let's see, can we fit one? It's a little curled up, I can't quite tell, but 1, 2, basically 3. It is a little curled up. I might do 4. Let's see if we can find another picture of this mountain lion. Looks better. You should go through your photos. Look at all the different details. There's so many different kinds of pictures that Heather put in here for you. Here's a great one laying down. He's relaxing here. Again, he's moving away from us. You can see because this is a lot smaller than the front, but this is his side face. But I'd say maybe 5 in the bigger cats. Pumas and jaguars and all of that. All right, so I've got a pretty big animal here because remember we want it to be about the size of our hand. And I am going to use our bobcat here. I'm actually going to go in the same direction. All right, so cat muscles, neck muscles they're not long spindly legs. You can see that their head is about at the same level. It's not like a horse where it goes way up, like I was saying before the other animal, but it does hunch a little bit. We've definitely got this muscle here of this shoulder. We've got our cat head, so we're going to do our head. I said we could fit 4, so if I'm going to fit 4 in here, I'm going to divide that lightly in my here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see it's about that big. All right. This guy's got a kind of a round head, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than I see it. And again, I'm drawing a little bit darker than I would have you draw. Now, muscles in the cat's neck comes way up like this and back down. Yep, and hunched over. No matter what he's doing, he's got these big shoulder muscles, right, for running. Neck here. All right, now we're going to add in. So we've done our body. Our head, we're going to do our neck and ears, okay? So cat's ears do come up over the surface, right? You can see that this ear over here is almost 2 of those in the whole face. 1. Look at our lioness here, 1, 2. Also, we're not going to include the muzzle in that head. But so ears are pretty big here and go up, often start in the middle of the head or on the side of the head. Go up. They're pretty dark here. There's still a little bit of head left here. I'm getting on top of my. Okay. All right. Always perked up like that. You can always shade in the middle so that you can see what's inside. Okay. This guy's looking right at me. Both of these guys are looking right at me or at you. So I'm just going to add the muzzle in here. He's looking right at me. Okay. And you can always add that to the side. Bring that neck down, those big paws. So now we've going on to the shoulders. So we've got 2 shoulder muscles here. And this tells you where the paw comes out. Cat paws often go out in the front like this. Paws are pretty big. Let's see, how long are our legs here? How many heads can we fit in our legs? We're going to use the head as a guide here. A little bit more than one. And how about this guy? You don't see him standing up. So you can always go back and look on the internet if you want to see a different kind of view than we've got here. You can use this guy here. Oh, I'd say well more than a head. See if he's ready to pounce or not. Okay, so at least have one head in there. At least we come down. Paws are a big deal. See, we just have our little S's though. I mean little C's, sorry. Come on up. We got this big muscle here. Okay, make it a little bigger. Claws. All right, now if we're adding in the other claw, you could get them a little thinner. It really depends on the cat. You're going to make adjustments. These are general things. So in any back claw, let's put it back here, it's going to go a little bit higher. It's going to come down. It's going to stop a little bit sooner, right? It'll be a little bit smaller. So you can't quite see his paw there, okay? Now we're going to add in our hips. Also, we're going to do our same sort of heart-shaped muscles. That gives us our perspective here on when his other leg comes down. We're going to look at our cat legs here. So we're going to come down and then forward a little. We always come forward a little. Okay. We got our big paw here. We get our line of ground in here so we can get them even. Right. Big cat tail. And they go in. Right. Okay. So we got our tail. So then you're going to add your cat-like sort of belly. You can see on this picture here, you can see these different animals and their bellies. Number one is a jaguar. So you can see it does go up here and around, right? It doesn't stay like a sausage. It's got this nice muscle here, and also same comes down here and then up to these big shoulder muscles, okay? Then we got our tail. You measure how long the tail is, okay? So now we've got all the lines we want to keep. I want to do this back leg. Let's do it back here. So you do it the same. Little end a little higher, right, and back here. Can't quite see it behind his leg. You could also do it in the front. All right, so there is our cat-like creature. Now we're going to add all of our details, right, depending on what its face. The eyes are just like ours in the middle of the head, slanting like this, right? Right, and then we've got our nose. Our ears often will line up with our eyes, okay? We're going to be doing our fur, depending on what size. We'll start on his face because this bobcat has such nice fur on his face. So we're always just do your lines, right? When we do our fur, but you'll add in more once you got a little triangle nose there. Okay. So fur, you can often start at the back. I often start at the back so then I can overlap, right? So we'll do our fur. Short fur, probably for these cats, unless it's a long furred cat. You can also do longer fur for more a cat like that, or especially around a lion's mane or something like that, right? But other than that short fur that you then come and overlap with another level of, okay? So now we're going to, I don't know whether you can actually see this drawing. I tried to draw dark enough. So as always, we're going to go over the lines we want to keep, right? You have to feel pretty confident about those lines. Okay, coming up around, more like a jackal. He is furry there. So you can always, if you made a mistake, you can always go over it with fur. This guy actually has kind of jowls too here. Looking at him with his chin. Okay. There you have your basic cat. Basic cat. Again, every animal takes adjustments. Some might be bigger in other areas and smaller. Some might be shorter to the ground. Some might be taller, all right? But there is your basic cat.